Welcome to the Lose Your Big Ass Stomach podcast. I'm your host, Jay Jackson, and my mission here is to help you get rid of that big ass stomach and take back control of your health so that you can look and feel your best by being the best version of yourself, mentally and physically, while destroying the mediocre agenda society is trying to brainwash you into, and breaking our families' generational curses of being unhealthy by being a healthy and fit role model. It's time to set a new standard. It's time to set a new standard of living. If you find the podcast helpful, be sure to hit that follow button because that helps us build a movement. Let's go. What's up, everybody? I want to bring to y'all's attention one of my coaching clients who's been crushing it. She's actually been on my podcast in the past where she was down, I believe, 50? Were you down like 40 or 50 pounds?
50 pounds, coach.
50 pounds. And now,
50.
man, she's had some incredible results, And I wanted to bring her back because it's just been such an inspiring story. It's been so fulfilling and just like motivating to just watch your journey and your transformation journey, both physically and also mentally and spiritually. And so I want to take this time to, give you your flowers with all the dedication, the commitment, the consistency, the determination that I
Thank you.
had. Uh,
Ooh,
and so I want to just bless everybody who's going to be listening and watching because this is the transformation that you've had has been nothing short of amazing, you know.
wow.
Uh,
Yeah.
so I just want to give you your flowers, let you know I'm super proud of you. Everybody, we have Ann Hollins. What is
Yay.
up?
That will be me. That will be me. Hey,
Yeah,
y'all. Hey, everybody. Hey, coach. How you doing?
I'm doing wonderful. I am doing amazing right now. So I know some people, not everybody's gonna have heard the last interview that we did, and so we'll start back from the top, and we'll talk about the results that you've gotten and all that good stuff. But let's take it back from the beginning, before you even joined my coaching program, and we started working together. Like, what
Mhm.
were things like before you've accomplished this level of success, as far as like weight loss? Like, what type of challenges were you going through with trying to lose the weight, and how long?
Oh, probably. I'm gonna be honest with you. If I just got to be truly, brutally honest. Probably my whole adult life. I'm gonna just say my whole adult life because probably maybe I guess a couple of years after I was out of high school, the the weight kind of was kind of coming on a little bit, but then you know, it was little things I could do to tweak it, like for instance, I could eat one meal a day,
Mm,
and I could see it kind of moving around a little bit, where to come down some, but just over time, the older I got, the more it was coming on, and it was sticking, it wasn't it wasn't moving. So pretty much I'm gonna just say my whole adult life, maybe going from I'm gonna say roughly maybe my 30s all the way up until just about now. Yeah,
yeah. And for
yeah. So I started working on me.
for everybody who's listening, just so they have some context, like I know you're in your 50s. Like, what's your age right now? Just so people have like a lot of context around where you are.
I'm 51. I'll be 52 in October. So yeah, I'm a 70 baby.
Yeah,
So
and
yeah.
And the reason I'm so proud of you, because there are a lot of people out there who have like this mental block or this limiting belief. And once I get to a certain age, it's gonna be so hard. It's not gonna be
Mm,
possible. I'm gonna have this weight forever, And for you to have dropped the amount of weight that you have in such a very short period of time, it's very impressive. It's eye-opening.
yeah.
Um, so what type of things? Because I know you started seeing the weight going up over time, but
Mhm.
before we started working together, what type of things had you tried to lose weight to get the weight off of you before we started working together?
Ooh, baby, I wasted so much money. I wish I could get some of that money back. I mean, I tried teas, meaning a detox tea. I had tried I guess like a weight suppressant like tea. You know, anybody ever heard of skinny? I think it was called skinny tea, but it was like it's supposed to like kind of depress your appetite. I had did weight loss drops, where you dissolve, and it's supposed to kind of help with weight loss as well as helping with suppressing your appetite as well.
Yep.
I did Weight Watchers. And don't get me wrong, it was successful, when I first started doing it.
Mm.
Um, but uh, I didn't understand all the context around eating right. Let me see what else I did. I did I don't know if people remember Dexatrim. Oh, I'm really going back then. But you had Slim Fast. I tried that. Um, I tried a little everything. I tried to do the grapefruit diet. I tried to do the cabbage soup diet. Ooh, it was a lot of them. It was a ton of them. I tried to do quite a bit of them, and even I couldn't keep it up, or I just got a little, little, of my weight kind of moving, and then I just kind of went right back to kind of, just eating and doing how I was doing, and it was just like back down,
Right.
So it wasn't nothing that I could keep on, keep up,
Right, right. It wasn't anything that was like sustainable for you to be able to get the weight off and keep.
N- No, not for real, but I mean, I I don't know. Maybe at one point I might have been in denial. I probably just started buying bigger clothes, or
Mm.
just start just looking at myself as though, okay, this, people we tell ourselves different stuff. And I told myself a lot of lies. I told myself, you're this size because you had a baby,
Mm.
because a lot of people would tell themselves that, a lot of girls down here anyway. They'll
Yeah.
say, well, I had a kid, so this baby, like I ain't lose my weight from when I had my baby.
Mm.
It just kind of stuck to me. We would just tell ourselves just whatever we needed to tell ourselves. You look in the mirror and just tell yourself, okay, I'm a big girl, but I still got it going on. No, they ain't gonna well, you out of control. That ain't that ain't cute. It wasn't cute, but you just did whatever you had to do to get past that point. And I even said some silly stuff like, we all gonna die from some. Yeah, we gonna die from some. So, you might as well just be happy, enjoy, just live your life, So I, I don't know. At the time, it worked because I was younger, I was just kind of still, feeling like, I don't know, I could, I could make it work. I could just make it work. I could just meet myself where I was, and just just get around it. Just not think about it.
Yeah.
It's kind of weird. It's a weird thing. Like, weight loss is mental. It is a lot of mental that goes around it. Whether you're getting someone to help you do a weight loss surgery, of some sort, or you're taking some, telling yourself, um, hey, I'm gonna do this, we're gonna see how it go, because I'm gonna, what I'm saying, I'm gonna be outside. I'm gonna be just enjoying life, but still, be cute with it,
Right.
big is cute, you tell yourself, learn to love yourself how you are. It's just so much mental stuff around it, coach. I'm just gonna be 100 with you. So I did all that. I did all the diets. I did all the lying to myself. Yeah, knowing damn well I wasn't happy where I was, but I had to tell myself something to make myself feel better because I didn't know what to do no more. So
Mm.
there you go.
That's so deep. And I love how authentic you are and honest because a lot of people they feel and
Boy,
think these things on the inside, but they never say it verbally outside,
mm-mm,
you know.
no.
Um, what I'm curious about though is what clicked or what happened in your life that made it click for you? Like, I gotta get this weight off, man. I can't keep on being like this. Like, what moment in your life, what happened that caused that shift to happen?
Well, for one, I had, hold on, I'll drop my nose ring. Hold on 1 second. Go get
Mhm.
my nose ring. I'm sorry. But anyway, what happened was, I think when it really started to kind of start really bothering me is me having a kid in my early 30s.
Mm,
And I had put on a significant amount of weight. I think I had got my pregnant weight was about like 280 something, 282, 280 something. And I I was saying, okay, once I had a baby, it'll go down.
mhm,
Okay, so by the time I went back to my 6 week checkup, I had probably lost like 20 pounds. And
mm,
I was still big. And I I think I realized when it was really bothering me, they had this show on, and the name of the show was called Biggest Loser.
mm,
And I began to watch that. It was like a reality show, actually. And I began to watch that show. And I really kind of got into that show. And I was just like, man, if I could lose, get this weight down. And I seen these folks struggling like to get this weight off. They were they had them doing all kind of stuff, all kind of exercises.
mhm,
And it was rough. This was real. This wasn't fake. Like these folks were crying. These folks were, you see men out of breath. They couldn't even breathe. And it was just like seeing them go get on the scale and weigh themselves in. And they were just like where we're doing it privately, with you, they were doing it open to the world, like showing their self and their um what bra and shorts, or they're, just men with no shirts on and shorts, and they would turn into the side, to the front, to the back, and you looking like, and I mean, they actually get on the scale. These folks like three some, two some, and I'm just like looking, and I something in me broke, and I began to watch the TV, and I was crying, and I was just like, I knew then I didn't want to stay this size. I said, I don't want to stay that size. So I began to get up, and I had a friend that was really kind of helping me. He was helping me. He was like, Ann, I thought you were going to get started walking. And I was like, I am. He said, okay, honey, you said you were going to do it. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to do it. So he'll check back maybe a week or so later.
mhm,
Then got started. I wanted it, but I didn't know how to work for it. I knew what they say you had to try to do, but I
mhm,
didn't know how to really work for it. So I said, okay, I just need to lose some weight. So I got started,
mhm,
and I would get up in the morning and I would go walk around a track that was in my neighborhood.
mhm,
And believe it or not, I actually started to lose some weight. And I started to feel a little better about myself, I wasn't dropping no goo gobble weight. I think I went from like 262 to maybe like about 218, 217, somewhere along in there. And
mhm,
I was wanting in my mind, like, okay, I want to get down under 200.
mhm,
Um, I wasn't nowhere else to go from there. So what I started doing was basically getting I heard, a lot of folks talking about different weight doctors that they would go to get pills. So
mhm,
I went to this weight doctor, and he just gave me the pills. He asked me why I want them. Yeah, I guess he just assumed, okay, she want to lose weight because it was a bunch of us probably coming in there. And it was just like they was just writing you out a prescription and just sending you back out the door.
mhm,
And I got down to maybe about 211. And I said, okay, I'm okay. I'm okay with being where I'm at because I can't get under 200. So I'm okay with being where I'm at. So long story short, I stopped taking the pills because I was like, okay, I'm where I need to be.
mhm,
the weight back on. And I think that was the last time that I just really just tried because everything that I did was around food. Everything from a baby shower to going out to celebrate. You know, I had a man. He fed me whatever I wanted. You know, I picked the restaurant.
Mhm.
I told him what I wanted to eat. You know, baby, get it, get it. You know, I didn't have to pay for it. He was gonna pay for it. So we would get an appetizer. I would get a drink. I would still get my entree. I was still eating all the bread on the table. I'm getting refills on my drink. Um, yeah, I could get a dessert, whatever I wanted. And so I kind of my mind started developing like, and and I know, I know it was wrong because I would be like asking, like, you think I'm fat? You know damn well you asking, you already know the answer, but I wanted to hear him say it. And so he would never say it. He was like, no, Amy, you're fine. You're fine where you are, baby. Baby, I love you. And I'm just like, is he telling me this just because he don't want nobody else to be with me? Because you know, I've heard that too. You know, they'll tell you that. So let you stay big, so somebody else don't want you.
Mhm.
And that's probably was some of it. And then the other part was that he loved me. And you know, he just wanted to make me happy. So he knew like our love language. I hate to say it, one of our biggest love languages was food. Yeah. Yeah, we going out. We going and I mean like it don't matter what I want. Like
Right.
we have even went so far as to get two entrees.
Wow.
And we'll have three on the table. We'll split one and we're gonna eat our entree or whatever we didn't eat, we take it with us.
Mm.
I was gone. I was way gone. And I didn't and then you know what else, coach? I would eat and I'd be full and I'd be still damn trying to stuff my damn self. And I was like, what the hell, Ann? You know you can take the food with you. Why you eating like that? You know, you will tell them bring more bread and so we can just take the bread with us.
Oh wow.
It was bad. Yeah, it was bad. It was really bad.
Mm.
So like I knew I was out of control. I just didn't know how to help myself.
Right.
So and to be honest with you, it is a sickness. This is a sickness when people don't know how to stop. They don't know how to get the help to get themselves back on track or to get started. And I mean, like my thing was, if I'm getting started, then where do I start? Because I didn't try everything I thought I could try. And some of that stuff didn't work, but I would just stand up in CVS or wherever I was, I read the instructions and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna try it.
Mhm.
You know, but um,
Yeah.
they said one no such thing as diets.
Mm.
So yeah, I was messed up
Yeah.
bad.
Well, I see that a lot among people who reach out to me, sometimes almost like an addiction with food and alcohol and sugar. And so, it's like you see people who have alcohol addictions and drug
Mm.
addictions and sex addictions and all these types of things, but like it's common to hear about those types of people getting help, but people don't think about having food addictions because food addictions can almost be like you're abusing your body with food as
But
the
it tastes so good though. You know, that was the thing. Food, that was just like, I mean, oh, good. You know, it's just good. Not that it's good for you, but it's a good taste. I mean, who I ever heard that ate a homemade piece of cake, whether it was pound cake, strawberry cake, you know, red velvet cake, that's your go-to cake, you know. You ever heard eat them cake and just say, you know what? This tastes bad. I know this bad for me. You're not gonna say that. You're gonna eat that cake. And I just it was just good. And it was like you said, I was addicted to it because I didn't know it was nothing for me to pull up wherever I wanted to eat and get what I wanted. Yeah. And I was gonna eat it too. I was sit there and eat it because that's what I wanted. And you going through like before you can get through eating that, you're trying to think about what you're gonna eat for dinner.
Mm.
Ding, ding, ding. That was your downer right there. I went from getting a six-piece chicken wing meal dinner to getting a 10-piece. It started going from 6 to 8 to 10 to 12. And I made excuses for it because I'm saying the wings were little. So the wing little, then you get more to make up for the difference. I was gone. I
Yeah.
was I was gone. Then when I say I can't talk about nobody. If I see a person that's out of shape, big, you don't know what them folks going through. You don't know what where they at, what got them to that point.
Mm.
And I'm no better than anybody else. I can't talk about nobody. It's just by the grace of God, I was in a position to want to get some help and finally just be blessed to find you and get myself on track and, you know,
So
going and do something by myself.
so when you came across my content, like what was it that compelled you to say, yeah, I gotta go ahead and jump. This is my guy. Like, was there something that you seen or heard that I
Oh
mean
yeah.
that
Oh yeah. I'm like that. I'm like that even when I picked my pastor, the church that I'm a part of, affiliated with it. Um, I don't. I'm not sold on just the first thing you say. I like to kind of sit back and kind of watch and see if you change up.
mm,
Um, to see if something's gonna click that you're saying with me, that I can kind of relate to. Um, I like somebody like me that's got a sense of humor. 'Cause I do have a sense of humor. I like to cuddle. I like to have fun, laugh. It
mm,
was just, it was just, it was a number of things that I was watching while I was listening to you, but it was just that you talked about if you don't do nothing about it, it's gonna get worse.
mm,
And I, you talked about your family and how your loved ones passed on, these different
mm,
diseases, and I had them in my family to pass
mm,
from diseases. And just cause just cause my grandma gone, don't mean I don't miss my grandma every day. You know, I I watch my grandmama. She was not a really big lady. She was basically the statue that I am now,
mm,
and she developed diabetes, and I I watch my grandma, just kind of go down through that with her health, where her arteries were closing up in her leg, and he had to go in there and put an artificial artery in there. He had to cut some of my grandmama toes off.
mm,
Uh, I watched my grandma. She was a strong lady, but I watched her as I got older. I watched her break down. I watched my grandma with a garbage can stick to her stomach. And I, I had already developed high blood pressure.
mm,
It's just because it's hereditary. I have that now. But before I joined your program, I was on 2 blood pressure pills because it was getting worse.
mm,
And it was just a lot of stuff that you were saying. I knew I was going to go there because I was knocking 300 pounds. And my brothers, they was big boys, but they didn't get the high blood pressure. I did. And I didn't understand why they didn't get it and I got it. But it skip around in the family, it skips generation, it skips around different family members. So yeah, I knew it was gonna get bad because my grandma had it, my mama has it, and it came right on over to me, and I'm like the second child out of three. So
right.
yeah, I knew it was gonna get worse.
Yeah. Well, I'm proud of you for, just waking up and being like, I gotta make some changes because if I don't, I got a baby at home that he depending on me, you know what I'm saying? And just also wanting better for yourself. So I'm proud of you. I know a lot of people are listening and probably going to watch this as well, and
Yeah.
they want to know about the results because I've been very, you know, I've been like teetering around what the results have been up to this point, and so
Yeah, it's crazy, man.
to shift gears, uh, since,
Ah,
since you've joined, uh,
ah.
how many pounds have you lost?
I have lost 104 pounds.
Woo.
104 pounds.
That
104. 104.
is,
And baby, I'm telling you, it ain't been short of nothing but a grind. It's been a grind. Every day, all day grind. Whether it's mentally, physically. I mean, it's been real. It's been real. It's
uh,
some stuff I had to go through to get here, and it ain't talking about just no damn exercising either. And eating right, it's a lot of mental stuff that I had to deal with to get here. I had to tell myself that I was worth it, even when I didn't believe I was worth it. Um, I had to get you to help me and know that you say you could believe in me getting here when I didn't see this for myself. When I met you and talked to you, I told you I wanted to lose 80 pounds. Um, Last April, you all, I had did an interview with Coach J, and I was down 50 pounds. And we did this interview a year ago, this time a year ago in 2024, and I was only down 50 pounds. And my goal was 80. And I decided after the interview and after we were off air, I said, Coach, you know what? I think I want to do 100. He said, you going for the 100? I said, I'm going to try to go for the 100. And the killer part about it, I didn't know what the hell I didn't know what I was getting myself into, cause man, listen, if I had a stuck to the 80, then it would have been easier. But to put that extra on there, when you begin to lose weight, your weight and your body begins to change. It begins to go through its own little format where what you were doing in the beginning is not going to work going up the ladder. You know what I'm saying? Because, your body fat is lower. Um, you're in better shape. So what you did to originally get started, like I was struggling with them exercises. I can do them like, knock them out, come on out the gym. You gotta build up. You gotta get to a point where you're putting on, like you challenging yourself. I mean, physically, mentally, you're challenging yourself. And it was like my actual health that began to line up where I was off the second blood pressure medicine. Um, I was beginning to come down, but it was like my personal life was beginning to take like a nosedive. Like I began to start to go through things, and I began to start to see people change toward me. Um, concerning, it was just negative, like even though I was in a good headspace at the time, like, yeah, I'm doing good. I'm feel good about where I'm at, I just, gotta keep working on me. Man, I had folks calling me left and right. They were dragging my ass. It was really dragging me. And it hurt. It hurt so bad because I wanted people to be happy for me. And I wanted people to, just kind of see my struggle, like, okay, you see me, when I was all big and out of shape. Nobody, nobody had nothing to say. It's just like, Kataka said, nobody had nothing to say. Um, it was easier for me to put myself down than to raise myself up. And being in Coach J's program, he teaches you how to level up and to think highly of yourself, to have confidence in yourself, how to challenge yourself, but at the same time, just enjoy the journey. It's not, I'm not racing with anybody in the coaching program. I'm not. I don't have to. I don't have anything to prove to anybody. Only thing I have to prove is that I need to be healthy. I need to adopt healthy habits. I need to know that it's a lot riding on this because I want to, when I get older, I want to be able to see by myself because um, I can't, it's embarrassing to have somebody wiping your butt. It's embarrassing to have somebody putting your clothes on for you. And you can't even go in the kitchen and stand over the stove and put on a can of soup on the stove. And if I'm not taking care of myself and doing what I need to do now, if I live to see it, I was gonna be in some trouble. Yeah. I, I just didn't see this for my life. Um, being where I'm at and going through what I go, but I had to go through this. Why? Because it's levels and it's phases to this journey. It's not, oh, I'm just gonna go ahead and I'm gonna lose weight and I'm just gonna be great. No, 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 no. I have to reach back and get other family members and other church members and other friends and other associates and people in the grocery store. I have to reach back and get them. We can't leave other people behind. It ain't all about you. It's about helping the next person. Because if we ain't doing that, then what we doing? Yeah, I understand at first. Yeah, yeah, you ain't in no shape together, nobody. But we in this coaching program, I mean, I'm talking to the Lions Den. Shout out to the Lions Den.
Yeah.
And also shout out, I gotta shout my girl out. I gotta shout April out. April Wilson. This girl, she came in, I mean, she came in at the right time. God knows who to place in position at the right time. She has come in and she just, oh my God, Eight just been like, oh, by the way, I call her Eight. That's my nickname for her. Um, Me and Eight was fat together. We was big girls together. And I've known April for a little while, yeah. And she been my cheerleader. She been my biggest one of my biggest support outside of coach. And when I say this girl and just man, she didn't just got me all the way together. Like I was still trying to call myself fat. And we were on the phone, both, doing our routes and which I'm male lady, she's a male lady.
Mhm.
And I was calling myself fat, big girl. That girl shut me down. They had me feeling like a little bitty girl, like a little kid. And I'm the oldest, by the way. She was
Mhm.
like, don't you ever say that again. Don't you never let me hear you say that again. And don't do that. Don't do that. And I said, okay, 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 but I won't do it no more. It's just a habit. She said, you got to get out of that. You got to get out of that. I need you to move forward. And you're not that person anymore.
Mhm.
And I'm like, yeah, you're right. You're right. And I fuss, I'm a fusser, and I would fuss at April. And
Uh-huh.
April was just kind of like almost let me have a fight. And I know this girl let me win because I haven't seen April turn up. And I was just like later on, go back and I apologize. And I say, you know what, I'm sorry. Because I would try to tell her something. And I kind of think we was beginning, like she needed me to kind of get her to you. But once she kind of got in there, she kind of got to going. She was kind of finding her own rhythm. And I kind of had my own rhythm. And to this day, we do stuff a little different.
All right.
We eat a little different.
Mhm.
Um, I just, know that, April, I've seen her go in and, just cheer on, certain ones. And now I can call a couple of names, but see, I had to call everybody.
Right.
But, real talk though, I hate to say, but real talk though, it's just about it's humbling, to know that you got family members that really feel like you can help them, yeah, you can help them, by just giving them some pointers or them just seeing you and then they just find they little niche where they need to be to kind of start trying to get going. Um, I'm gonna tell y'all this, and it's for anybody that's watching, and and I know y'all got people got ways to go and they got different goals. Um, the higher you go up, the more it's required of you. Do not think that you are gonna just skate to the top. Mm-mm. Because I thought that I could do, um, like I started out, maybe like doing losing 10 pounds a month.
Mm,
That's not how that weight was doing. That weight was stopping. Like I go 2, 3 weeks and it didn't move.
mm,
And I'm knowing I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing.
mm,
And then I had to go back and listen to some of Coach's old podcasts and some of Coach's old lives. I had to go back and listen to even some of um, his weekly feedback that he would give me on my check-ins and realize that it's more than about your weight. It's about your health. It's about sometimes the weight, the scale might say one thing because the fat is turning into muscle and the scale didn't move, but I'm down a couple of dress sizes. So and there's so many phases to it, man, that I had I mentally had to get out of my head because I was beating myself up. And coach was just like, "And get out your head. I need you to just, 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 just trust me on this. Just you just got to just do what I'm telling you to do." And my thing was, I had to sit back and like I told, um, said in the coaching group Sunday, I was sitting back and I self reflect and I do that a lot now, where I thought when I got to this point that I'd be good. Okay, I lost 100 pounds. I'm good. No, I'm not good. I still have work to do. I still need to tight. Look at this. See this right here?
mm,
This
that-
right there. Y'all see that? That gotta be tightened up. Let
mm,
me show you something. Let me show you something. Right here. I still have a pouch. See that right there? Still can pull that.
mm,
My it's still jiggling. It's still jiggling. I have work to do. I'm no better than nobody else. If I can do it, you can do it. But you just gotta understand there's phases to it. And I had never saw anybody in the coaching group get to this point. So that was one of my goals. Like I wanted to see me get to this point because I wanted to come in and stop. And I
yeah.
thought I was just gonna be but you know what? I'm kind of like what I thought I was gonna be all of. I ain't. Because like I said, I want everybody to get this. I want everybody to come on aboard and drop. You don't have to drop as much as I drop because some of y'all ain't got to drop that much because you just needed a little tuck. So but some of us do now. Some of us got a little bit more work than others, but some of us got less. So, my thing is um just enjoy the journey. We ain't got to compete with each other. But we do have to uplift each other. We do have to go back and check on somebody. If it's somebody that you ain't seen in the coaching group or they look like they done got quiet, they have gotten quiet. Go check on them. Go
Mm,
check on them. Call them out. Hey, where you at? You good over there? Just like they would call me out in a minute. I'm like, April, oh my God, I'm dead.
the
But
fuck.
before April came into the group, and I know it's because she knows me, so she just about saying anything. But I
Mm,
wanted to have some moments where I was depressed because I've been in several car accidents where I've totaled my cars out. I've had where I've had people to stomp on me, because they're saying They said I look like a, like a crackhead, or like I'm on drugs. You don't look good. You don't look right. Oh, why you lost all that weight? I
Yeah.
had people just stopping on me. I'm like, what I do to you? And I had to just realize they're not comfortable with it. Like my uniform size didn't change a couple of times. And then that's another thing I was doing. I was holding on, like I'm buying new clothes, but I'm holding on to old clothes because I know how much I like that outfit, or I know how much I paid for that. But you know what I've been doing here the last few weeks?
That.
Bagging that stuff up, and not only am I bagging it up, I'm taking it to the thrift store. I gotta move it out the way. I got uniforms, work uniforms. The bag is this big, and I'm just like, oh, looking at this bag, like, somebody said, keep this stuff because you ain't gonna probably need that stuff. I've had people to tell me that you're gonna put that weight back on. Oh, you got it off, but can you keep it off? And this stuff is mental stuff that plays in my head. When I'm saying I'm reflecting and I'm sitting back and I'm thinking. And I just realized that I done had days where I messed up. And I can say that to y'all, and I still mess up. Well, I might not eat right totally all the time, and I just have to just kind of not so much beat myself up,
Mhm.
but dust myself off and just go back in there and just, you know, go in, because like I said, I depend on, like and I hear a lot of people that said this in the coaching group, will this been old members or new members, say, and you're okay. You've lost this much. No, I have to actually continue along with Coach Jay. We have to continue to keep this lifestyle. This is not a fad. This is not a phase. This is not something we just doing for the time being. You have to continue this. So no, no, no. I'm not um no better than anybody else. I have to get in there and grind and get my work in, work in too. So and I struggle. I still struggle. I struggle because it's like one while I was comfortable where I was with my workouts, I was able to just sort of lap downs and, or pull the biceps. But when coach told me to increase the weight, oh, now it's a challenge. Now it got real, real. So I'm in the gym. And let me let you know when you getting that workout in, it ain't so much the sweat as it is the sweat and you feeling that intensity because it's like them weights fighting you. Don't that cardio, like I was doing them 30 minutes and I've been knocking it out. Get what? I'm pushing myself up where I am doing this hour now and then it's kicking my butt. It ain't as easy as it was because it's levels to it. So when you get to one status, you gotta understand that in order to see what you need to see, you got to keep going. You have to move up. You got to move up the way. Because you know what? The person that's coming into the coaching group, um, or the person that's getting started, whether it's you, I need to let you get that space. Now I need to move out the way and I need to move up so you can come sit down and you can basically get that nurturing. Cause see, like I try not to be on coach where I'm just like, ooh, coach, cause he got so many babes that's coming behind me, little clubs. We lions in there, but he got clubs coming in and they need him a little more than I need him right now, you know. But if I need him, I know he's there for me. But sometimes I just had to sit back and figure it out because he didn't already probably told me or I done already um did it. I just got to sit down and see. I might just have to tweak something. I had to tweak stuff. I had to tweak my food. I had to uh, tweak workouts, with some of my exercise. And it's just not, ain't nothing written in stone. My body has changed up where um different supplements agree with me, right? Stop agreeing with me. they started kind of, giving me issues. So, I had to kind of step back from some of it and just kind of be like, okay, let me listen to my body. Let
Right.
me listen because some off here. And as I began to do, I'll give y'all a perfect example. Like you doing the hip thrust, right? When I first started doing the hip thrust, I coach told me I needed to do the weights. I did the weights. He said increase the weights, so I increased the weight. And as I increased the weights, and then I had to get out of being shy, especially you women, the ladies, girls in the group. We look at Coach as one of the girls. Not that he's a girl, but you had to tell him what you going through because I had to be like vulnerable. I already was shamed to take my shirt off and I'm standing in my sports bra with all that meat hanging every which way. But that was one level, but then there's another level to it too, because I'm like, well, coach, that I put that the barbell on my hip and it's hurt my box, because I've lost so much weight where I had all that fat to hold it.
Right, right.
That hurt now. So he's like, no, but let's try to see if we can put what did he tell me to put up under there? What you told me to put up under there? To
Listen.
kind of give me some cushion.
Mm-hmm. It's like a neck.
It was, yeah, he told him put something up under there, and it helped a little more. I've seen where, um, I've seen it where, for instance, um, my workouts are more intense with my weight, right? Because I can go get a 60-pound dumbbell and I can do deadlifts, right? And what I'm concentrating on now is that by me being smaller, I have to push my butt out because right, I did lose my butt. Shout out to Ashley, but I did lose my butt, but I have to try to push it out more. It's more of a it's more work, like more is given, more is required. So I gotta work a little harder, and in the process of me. Let me say this to y'all. I'm 51 years old, right? I need a right knee replacement. The cartilage is gone in my right knee. So that means it's bone rubbing on bone, right? That was one excuse I used in the beginning. Um, when I first got started, I'm just saying, okay, yeah, you got that issue. Okay. The other issue is that my back is a um bulge disc and it lays on a nerve.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And to be honest with you, it hurted me more in the beginning. And why it doesn't hurt as much now is because I move now. I'm moving. The inflammation had to go, it had to go because I'm doing too much. I'm moving. I'm doing too much now. So I don't, besides taking my medication, I don't have that issue with my arthritis cutting up now. Another issue, let me see. I had both of my rotary cups worked on. I need to tell y'all this. So he can meet you where you are. Okay, the new people that's coming in, the people that's new that's came in. I had my left rotary cup recently done within like 3 months, 3 to 4 months of getting with Coach Jay. And I was like knew I couldn't use that for an excuse, but then at the same time I just wanted him to kind of know, hey, this is what I got going on. So he could work around whatever you got going on with you. Don't think he can't, because he can. He the bomb. He can work with you. So if you fat and you trying to lay on them floor and on the floor and you trying to do them what them was I was doing them leg raises and all that, them planks and all that. Oh my God. Baby, I was a big girl, looked like I was having a seizure. I was just like, just all over the place. And I'm just like, oh my God. And I was just like, I wanted to stop. But I'm like, man, I'm always on the floor and I'm in the gym now and I'm already in a broke a sweat. I might as well try to get the best I could get out of it.
Right.
So yeah, I had both shoulders worked on. I need a knee replacement, but I'm gonna hold up on that because if I'm like I'm in now and I stay like this, I may be okay because I do wear a knee brace when I work out. Okay. And I don't wear a back brace now. I have always wore a back brace when I worked. I don't wear a back brace. My doctors are just like down to the dentist doctor. He's like, how much weight have you lost? I didn't think the doctors were really paying attention, but they're starting to let me know. Yeah, we see you. We see you, Miss Honey. You know, congratulations. We're proud of you. And they'll tell me like every time we see you, because you don't go to the doctor every month. And like every time we see you, you've lost so much. And you would think what I thought I was gonna do was gonna be all arrogant, um, on myself, Mm-mm. I'm so humble
Yeah.
because God allowed me to just see this day and to know that, through him using Coach J, he just changing one person at a time. And with him changing one person, our environment of whoever we see or that knows us, um, yeah, they're not gonna see him like he said, they're gonna see us. We're
Mhm.
gonna be the testimony to just say, yeah, it's something, whatever you doing, I need to know. Just like April said, I need to know what you doing, and because I need that in my life. So I mean, I it's just hard to just watch this little girl just, get to this point. Like I'm like, man, I did that. I got her to get what she got going, and man,
So
it's so many phases. I'm through talking. I ain't got nothing else to say.
let me ask. There's a lot I wanted to unpack, but you kind of like shared a lot. But
I know.
which is all very important. I know a lot of people got a lot of helpful info out of that for sure.
Mm,
And just being so open and transparent about it. Because like I said earlier, people do go through a
yeah,
lot of the same things, but some people just never voice it. And so they never feel seen, like and understood. And so I'm glad you shared those things.
yeah.
But if you had to say, like, what would be like the top, like two or three things that you've noticed since you've dropped this weight? In what ways has your life just been like really like positively impacted? Like top two, three things.
I'm in less pain.
Mhm.
Again, I'm in less pain. I take, I got a lot of medicine that sits on my kitchen counter and on my nightstand. And even if I miss a night or two, I'm not shut down like I used to be because I used to be in a hell of pain, a lot of pain, because of that arthritis. And it is true. You do have to keep moving and get in a rhythm to get that arthritis and inflammation out. Uh, Secondly, my it's taught me so much about myself, about my health, about my mental being. I mean, in a good way. Even like I said, even if I had to go through it, it's brought me back to the forefront and made me realize, man, it was something that had to be done. It ain't so much even the motivation that really keeps me going as it is the determination, because I got to mentally, I like motivation. It'll get me, yeah, it got me started, but
Mhm.
it's not what kept me. It was the drive, not wanting to give up on yourself and not wanting to give up because people were actually rooting for you. And as well as I said, people were not. People were rooting for me and people are watching me. And I know that that's so because just me doing what I needed to do and staying focused is brought people in the coaching group. It's brought my family where they're a little more conscious about, their health Yeah, yeah, real talk. And then thirdly, can I just say this? And it- man, I don't even know how to even put this. I'm just gonna say it. I have so much energy. I feel so good. I feel like I just like I got more energy, more drive, more get up and go. I'm that person, you know, when you go to the Walmart and you try to look for the closest parking spot. And mind you all, I do have a handicap decaf. But you know what? It's okay if I park all the way down there and have to walk all the way up. Because guess what? Oh, I know it. I'm in the store. Oh, I know it. I'm walking through that store. I'm backed out the store. Don't man, listen.
Yeah.
You got to get started somewhere because it's that's the only way you're gonna get going. You got to get started somewhere. And the more you do, the better it's gonna get, you know. But yeah, um, you know, I tell you, drink the ginseng, get the energy, you know, drink. I personally don't need that, and I'm in my 50s. I don't need that. I don't need that. I like caffeine, because I'm a coffee drinker, but um, yeah, I feel amazing. I do. I really feel good. And I can't always say I felt this way. Because I was wheezing, breathing hard. I was hurting. I was in pain. I now can wear um better shoes. I used to wear the Pack Girl shoes, which were the flip flaps, the mules. Um, yeah, just yeah. Just the old folks shoes. I was yeah, I don't have to do that now. I don't. If I want to be cute with it, I can actually put on that shoe and walk around in that shoe and be comfortable in that shoe. I've learned to be comfortable in my own skin. Yeah, when I say feeling amazing, that's part of it. I'm comfortable. I used to worry about my arms all big and flabby. I used to worry about all that just hanging all over the place. No, I feel good. I'm confident. I feel better. It's just I don't need ginseng. I don't need energy drinks. I don't. I
That's
don't have to take all that. Those some three things.
right, right.
Three of them.
I love it. I'm so proud. I'm so proud. Before we head out, I know when you mentioned that you dropped 104 pounds, because you over just 100 pounds. Uh,
Mm.
a lot of people they don't know in what time frame did that happen. And so you're down 100. How many months have we been working together? What's been that specific time frame?
Really, it's been less than a year and a half. I've
Mhm.
lost this in less than a year and a half. I joined Coach J's program in, I want to say,
Let me see if I can find that.
December. See, in the end, I think I started talking to you around the end of November. I know it was after Thanksgiving.
Let's see if I can find it.
Yeah, I was after Thanksgiving around the first part, or somewhere around December-ish. I want to say it was somewhere longer now. Uh, yeah, but it was definitely in 2023. It was the end of 2023.
Yeah, so it was December 31st of 2020.
Oh, okay. Oh,
December.
I was just watching you then. Okay, I wasn't talking. I was talking. I wasn't talking to you personally. I was just talking at you.
You
Yeah, my middle.
that's when you joined, December 31st, 2020.
Okay. Yeah, because you was trying to get me to that gym.
That's all.
Yeah, yeah, yep. I remember because it was just so funny, y'all. I'm gonna tell y'all this joke. I had Gideon already gave me my little plan and told me, what all I had to do to get in the gym and get going. And I was kind of just like kind of waiting. I don't know why, but I was just kind of waiting. Hell, I know why I was waiting. 'Cause I knew he was gonna put it on me. I already knew it was gonna go down. So it was like one day, I looked in the coaching app and I saw where I think he had spoke to me. He had said, "Hi, Ann," or something like that. Hey, how you doing? And was like, I was, I was, I knew what he was doing. I was eating my cereal, and I said, I know you waiting on me to get in that jam. And it was so funny because he made me almost choke on my cereal because I'm still having a little big ass stomach pain because I'm like, let me just get the last of this in, before the drink and everything. I was trying to get wait till after the New Year. But yeah, I wanted to have wine. I wanted to do all that. But yeah, that's what it was. But he was letting me know in a nice little sweet way. Yeah, I need you to get in the gym. And we LOL there, but I'm like, oh yeah, this joke is gonna be, yeah, this gonna be real. And let me tell y'all something. He didn't give up on me. It was like I wanted to quit because I wasn't sure if I could do it because I wanted to use all what I told y'all with my health and my weight and my age. I wanted to use all these factors to say that I couldn't. And I'm in here with the young people doing it. So no, that's bull crap. If you want it bad enough, you gonna have to start somewhere. He'll meet you where you at. If you over 300 pounds, he'll meet you there. If you're almost 300, you just need to tighten up some spots. He gonna meet you where you at. All of us on different levels. Um, needing him for or needing a structure where we need it. But just stop making excuses. Just I mean, try it. And then you know what I liked about him? I'm gonna tell y'all this. He's not a scam. There's nothing about him shady at all, at all. He will even tell you once you come into his program, if you don't see any results with him, then but oh, you gotta be and did everything you supposed to do. That's the that's the key part. You gotta be eating right. You gotta be doing the workouts. You got to actually be doing photos in that scale, check-ins, everything, every single thing that you're supposed to do because he's gonna hold you accountable for that because you can't come back and say, well, hey, I ain't losing no weight. But you gotta be in did your part. You really gotta be locked in and did your part. He'll work with you, he'll give you grace. But after you done been going for a minute, you should just be doing what you need to do. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's so funny because he'll know if you ain't doing it. God, dog, he been doing it 15, almost 20 years. He knows if you ain't doing it. He'll know if you're not doing it because he knows everybody got a pattern and all of us we gonna go different ways. But like I said, when you first come in, baby, that scale should be going down. Oh
Absolutely.
yeah,
I appreciate
that part.
I appreciate you sharing your story. I know there's going to be at least one soul that's going to be inspired and motivated, if not thousands, because this is
Hope so. Y'all
amazing.
get that fat off y'all back. Get that fat. Nobody want no big backs. Big backs ain't in. They
Big-
ain't in in 2025. I'm telling you, we outside this time. Everybody outside. Unbig your back so you can have it out. You know what I'm saying? Listen, I just I gave all them big girls swimsuits along with packing my clothes. I gave all them big girls swimsuits to the thrift store.
Yeah.
Anybody want any of these jokers want my fat girl clothes and I had some bad clothes. Y'all can have them because I'm getting me a new swimsuit. I'm
Hey,
outside.
there we go. And we go
That
in.
part.
No more big ass stomach behavior. Let's get
No.
it.
Yo, appreciate you for tapping in and listening to the podcast episode today. Hopefully you found it valuable. And if you did and you want to learn more about how I can help you lose the big ass stomach, transform your body, and get your health on point, DM me real results over on Instagram at JJacksonOfficial for more information. And I'll reach back out to you to do what I can to help you hit those health and fitness goals. Let's get it.